If you pay attention to marketing, you've no doubt heard this phrase in commercials, in ads. We service clients one family at a time. We educate students one student at a time. We grow neighborhoods one community at a time. Essentially, it's a phrase that a lot of people use in marketing. And I've written about it before, but this video is not about copycats, of which there are many, and a lot of ad agencies out there that are getting paid and are not producing creative work. But this is really about being careful that if you run a business, if you're an entrepreneur, if you are in any way responsible for attracting revenues, clients, donors, any kind of numbers to an organization, to not pay attention to that phrase, one whatever at a time. There is no business that is successful that is focused only on one at a time. If you're a landscaper and you have a great client in a community, your goal should be to get the entire block. It should be to get the entire subdivision, to get the entire town, to get the entire city, to get all of the major businesses that are lined up. Your goal should be to expand that number to as many as you can. If you are taking care of someone's hair, your hairstylist or something, your goal should be to not only service the one person that you're dealing with, but to get everyone in the family, to get everyone they know. If you're training somebody in a business, your goal should be not just to train one person, but to train everybody in that business. When I was in the business of working with sports teams, we weren't satisfied getting one hockey team, one baseball team, one basketball team, one football team. We were going for the league. We were going for every one of them. And this is something that if you run a business, you can easily forget. Now, there are a couple ways of looking at this. One is getting referrals, getting as many referrals as you can, getting as many people who are in a particular category as you can. But another way of looking at that is looking at these as sizable deals that you're focused on. I've taught for many years the concept of big deal, getting a big deal. And everyone in business, whether you are operating a small retail establishment or whether you have a business-to-business enterprise with sophisticated products, you should always be focused on getting not only incremental business, but large business, large contracts, multiple clients, always working on something that is bigger. So if you are a fashion designer, you don't just work on the onesies and twosies that are coming your way. Go to a restaurant in town and say, listen, I want to design outfits for everyone who works in your restaurant. If you are focused on interior design, don't just focus on the one client on the block. Focus on everybody you can get in that community. Because the goal always is to multiply your efforts. And if you're running a business that is relatively small, if you don't do this kind of thing, you're going to be vulnerable. You're going to find yourself lacking for clients, lacking for revenue, lacking for opportunity because you focused on that one client at a time and you weren't focused on more clients and bigger clients. So I want you to think about right now how you can apply this principle. The principle is essentially this. Get everybody you can related to your existing client. Get everyone you can in the category of your client. And then focus on entities that you can get sizable opportunities with, sizable contracts with, that relate to what you do with one particular client. Multiply that so that you can get bigger deals, because what will happen for you is it'll be the step that will catapult your business. I found that if you don't take this step, you will never find a way to grow the business. You hear people all the time talking about, these days, it's very fashionable in investor circles to talk about, well, does this business scale? What does that mean? It means, can the business go beyond the onesies and twosies? Can you replicate this process in a bigger way? Can you have multiple clients in a particular category? Can you turn this into a routine? Can you replicate this over and over again? That's the concept. Forget about one at a time. That's a nice marketing slogan. I don't even believe it, because I don't think anybody really focuses on that one client at a time. It's a cute little way of saying that we're personalized, but most people don't mean it. It's just an empty slogan. But when you hear that, I want you to remember that you should be doing the complete opposite. Yes, focus on your individual clients, but figure out how you can multiply your efforts, get more clients like the ones that you're having, getting referrals, and immediately using every opportunity you have to scale in a bigger way, to get a bigger deal, and to cushion yourself against those times where business might be scarce, or might be slow, or might be more challenging. That is one of the key steps in business growth. If you like this tip, give me a thumbs up. Let me know. I hope you liked it. I hope you will share it with others that you know who you think will benefit from this tip. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time.